All right. So this is completely unbelievable. Completely unbelievable. I was getting out of breath again. Just holding a pan of water. As the pan's filling up, I feel myself getting short of breath. So I told my cardiologist, and he scheduled an echocardiogram, which they did last week. I saw him today for the results. He comes in the room. He asks, how are you feeling? Are you still getting out of breath? I said, yeah, once in a while. He opened my file to see what it said. Mitral regurgitation +3, which is moderate. He just says, I don't believe this. And I actually laughed because I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. And he said, I don't understand this. This is completely insane. I think the definition of insane or insanity is doing the same thing over and over again in expectation of a different result. I've had 2 surgeries. The last one, they replaced my mitral valve with a mechanical valve. So I can't even comprehend how it could be leaking. Unless something's wrong with the valve. I don't know. So, sorry I'm emotional. I'm not sorry. I guess this just is what it is. So he said, let's not worry yet. He said he was going to take a look at the ultrasound video, the echocardiogram video, because sometimes the people doing the echocardiogram will side on the air of caution, and they'll rather put it up to severe than to risk it being severe and only saying it's mild. 1 is mild, 2 to 3 is severe. No, 1 is mild, 2 to 3 is moderate, and 4 is severe. So he's going to take a look at it and see me again on February 20th, and I have to call him if anything gets worse. I feel like I have a lot going on right now. I've been having unexplained seizures as well, if you look back in my history of videos. And I haven't really told my family yet, but I was seeing a neurologist for the seizures. I just went to this neurologist finally. I was able to follow up outside of the hospital because I've been in and out. And the neurologist saw the videos of my twitching and shaking, and he said, I don't think that's caused by your seizures. He said, I see the EEG, I see that you're having seizure activity, but I don't think the twitching and shaking is a result of the seizures. And then he said, He said, come here, sit next to me. I want to show you something on your MRI films. And he said, what I'm worried about, he said, here's your MRI. This first picture, you're laying on your back. It's of, because it's slices. So he's like, this is the first slice, and you go back and you see your eyeballs and you see all this white matter and gray matter. And he said, once you get to the middle of your brain, do you see all this black area? This dark gray area? I said, yeah. He said, that's atrophy. And I'm more worried about you having that much atrophy at age 47. Atrophy is basically your brain is going away. So now I'm going to search Marfan syndrome and atrophy and see. I'm not going to diagnose myself. I just want to get the best education I can on the matter. And it's not that the doctors I have aren't doing a good job. I just feel like I've been a mystery. And I've been my own best advocate. But I am going to live my life to the fullest every day. Every day. And I just got myself a little trailer to take part in a dream I've had for decades. I started a website, RoamingArtworks.com. I got myself a little camper, and I'm just gonna tour the US when I'm off of work from teaching and make art of the things I see. And I'm glad I decided to do that now. Because you never know what's going to happen. I'm not saying something bad is going to happen. I'm saying this is crazy that I might need a third surgery on my mitral valve. I'm like kind of upset and mad about it. I had a boyfriend that told me once, when my mom was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, I had a boyfriend that he had been adopted. And he said, I questioned why I was adopted. And you might question why your mom has MS. He said, let me tell you what my sister told me. His sister said that, and I'm not a very religious person, but this is what he said, that everyone, before they're born, they're in heaven. And they're kind of standing in front of God. And he says, I need people to take on this illness or this tragedy so someone else won't have to. So he was trying to tell me that my mom accepted or took on multiple sclerosis to keep other people from having it. I don't know if that's what I did before I was born. I mean, it sounds like something I would do if I had to protect my kids or someone else from having this issue. But everything happens for a reason, and this is why I also think I'm about to be a grandma in April. And at first I was worried about my son having a baby so young at 22. But now I feel like, well, this is why that's happening now. Because who knows where your health is going to go. I'm like at my wits' end. I'm gonna try to relax and not worry. not worry until I see the cardiologist again and he could tell me what he thinks. I'm assuming, like last time, maybe he'll schedule a TEE, a transesophageal echocardiogram, where they put the echocardiogram wand down your esophagus. And the reason they do that is because the sternum isn't in the way and the ribs aren't in the way, and they get a very clear picture of exactly what's going on. So I'm thinking maybe that'll be the next step. I'm hoping it's just mild and not moderate. I'm hoping if I do need surgery that it can be put off till summer vacation, because I lost my last job. I was working at a Catholic school, and when the doctor cleared me to go back, the job said, no, we're not going to have you come back. It's too inconsistent for the kids. We're going to let the sub that filled in for you stay. And then so they wouldn't have to pay unemployment, what they did was on the back of my final exit interview, there were all these horrible things that I really didn't do. So they would have an excuse to fire me. And it was on the back. So of course I didn't see that when I signed the paper, and they said, you know, when I did see it, I called right back. I said, I have to meet with you because these things are not true. I have evidence that these things aren't true. And I had to sign a contract when they hired me that I wouldn't do anything that wasn't Christ-like. And I said to the principal, you lying about me, saying all these things about me that are not true, that I have evidence of that are not true, that is un-Christ-like. Never been treated so badly as I had at that job. And the job I have now, I was out for about a month trying to figure out the seizure activity. Complete opposite. The work family I have now, I ran out of my 10 sick days. All the teachers donated their sick days to me so I wouldn't be without pay. I'm so thankful to have this job I have and to be surrounded by the people that I have in my life right now. I went back to work today, and then I got this news at the cardiologist. I just don't know where my life is going. I'm just going to try to get the most out of every day. I'll update soon. Maybe next week, just to let you know how everything's going, even if it's going fine. Thank you for subscribing. You can also subscribe to my new traveling artist YouTube channel, RoamingArtist. I'll put a link at the end of this video once I upload this. Thank you for listening. Thank you for commenting. Because even knowing that you're watching the video, even if you don't comment, I felt so supported by the Marfan community and the heart valve surgery community. I have so many people being supportive and helping me through this, and I will get through it. As difficult as every hurdle is, I'm just going to tell my story and hope that some of it will help you watching this, or help someone somehow. Because there's got to be some good in this somewhere. Thanks for watching.